Thane.
And we're going to do a question and answer video today for you guys. So yeah, now we'll get into the questions. Most of the questions are about the ring, and we will get back to that. I think that'll be like the last question.
Yeah. Save that for that. Save that for that.
Save the best for last.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's curious about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the first question is, how many kids do you want to have, and what are your ideal genders that you would prefer to have?
So, I would like 3, but she would like 4, so more than likely, we're gonna have 4.
Yeah, I want 4 kids.
She
Because
would like 4 girls, of course.
not 4 girls, I definitely want a boy.
So, yeah, my family's a little cursed with that. Definitely gonna have all boys, and she's gonna be, you know, we're gonna keep going until we get a girl, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, luck of the draw.
Have to have a girl. But we already kind of, I guess it's not really up to us, you know?
Yeah,
but
science.
I want more than 3 because my mom had 3 siblings, or she was like the middle child, and I always heard that being the middle child was like the worst thing ever, so I want to have 1 more so you don't have to worry about that.
Everybody gets a friend.
Yeah. So, second question is, what do you 2 do for work?
Sure. So I work at a gym. That's all I got for you. And then I go to school full time as well. So that pretty much occupies most of my time.
And I work at a tanning salon. I do airbrush tanning, so
We're not rocket scientists, you know,
Not
but
yet.
you know, yeah, maybe one day, who knows?
and someone asked kids' names. This is a loaded question.
Yeah, this is
I'm gonna go into my notepad on my phone.
Yeah, we'll just let her go off on her notepad, and I'll say no and yes.
We don't agree on names at all. I think we've agreed on one name, Hudson, for a boy.
Yes.
We love that name.
Yes. Hudson is good. Hudson Hash.
And for a girl, my all-time favorite name is Lainey. I love that name.
I'm okay with it.
He has to be, because no matter
Yeah,
what,
it's
it's
you know.
happening. We both like the name Parker for a girl or a boy.
I like it for a boy. She's wrong about the girl, but that's fine.
So many, I don't like.
There's literally a list of at least 50 here.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just name a few of my favorites. I love the name Briar for a girl. It's
No.
kind of like out there.
We have a lot more boys, but we're probably gonna have a lot more boys.
Okay,
so it
so
all
we love
works out.
Hudson. I love Flynn and Theo, and he hates them.
Theo can be a middle name. I'm not budging.
That's fine for a middle name. I love.
Sounds like a bear.
I love the name Leland.
That sounds weird.
So you guys have to give us opinions on this one. Well, I guess it's not going to matter anytime soon, but I love the name Wesley Aiden. And he hates it. He hates everything about it. Yeah, we like the name Denver, so I guess that's all for that
Yeah,
question.
so if I have my way, it'll be Hudson, Parker, Denver, and Laney.
And I also like the name Levi.
And if you guys want, you know, a question on our dog names, we could go all day on that.
Oh my gosh. What is your favorite memory together? Okay, so before we answer this question, we read this comment and we both thought of things separately. And so he hasn't told me his and I haven't told him mine, so we're kind of both gonna be surprised about this question.
Yep,
so you tell me your favorite memory.
So my favorite memory is probably about either the first or second summer when we first started dating. We went to a park, and we were just we got butterfly nets and everything. We were looking for little baby turtles.
Are you kidding me? That was
And-
gonna be mine.
So it's my turn.
Oh
You
my
calm
gosh.
down.
Okay.
So I just remember we were, you know, running after butterflies and everything, and I just remember she was driving and she hit a butterfly with her car. She starts crying. I've never seen a human cry over a butterfly. It was amazing. And it's just moments like that, you know, it's just kind of wow, this is the girl. This is the one, for sure. You can't find someone with that much compassion. You can't.
Oh, memories. I don't know how to pick just one.
If you don't pick one, you're not gonna watch the video.
So I've narrowed it down and I have a few. One of mine was our butterfly adventures. We used to like he said, get these little nets and go on turtle adventures and try and find turtles and ponds and things. And go
Yeah,
on trails.
stalk her Instagram. You'll see me and trying to catch butterflies with a fish net.
Yeah, it was really
Not
fun, and I love those memories from the summer. I think we do that every summer. And another one of my favorite memories was, well, we don't want to include Disney as one of our memories. That was
Of
like,
course, it's a given.
yeah, we
It's a
can't.
given. You can't.
That would win no matter what. So, my second favorite memory might be, is when he asked my pop-up to have permission to marry me. I thought that was the sweetest thing. He was like the father figure in my life, so that was very sweet, and everyone was crying, and it was beautiful. And I think that if I had to pick a memory that wasn't like revolving around like our engagement or anything, I think it would have to be I don't know, when we first met, we had a break together at school, and it was like a 2-hour window where we both didn't have class, we had a class afterwards.
That was before we were dating.
Yeah, that was before we were dating, and so every day we would have our little spot in the library and we would meet there, and we would just spend hours together, either doing schoolwork or just, having fun. No matter what, we always knew to meet there, and it was so cute. We would, like, in the summer, go walk around sometimes, and in the winter we would just, like, bring our hot chocolate or something and just, it was cute.
She used to bring me coffee on days when I was tired, and this was before we were dating, so, like, you can't beat it.
Yeah, I love those memories, and I think no one looks forward to school, but those were definitely my favorite memories.
Beginning of the relationship, exciting, everything brand new.
He would
and
walk me to
everything.
class every day. It was so cute. Even if his class started before mine, and he would be late to his class.
Well, class is overrated, so yeah.
Anyway, all right, second question. This is definitely not the second question. How did you guys decide on a wedding venue? This is so funny because we didn't really look very far. We went to our first venue and we kind of picked that one. We had venues that we had liked prior to that, and they were already booked on our date. So
Plus, money. Always money.
oh yeah, so everything
It gets
comes down
expensive.
to a budget, and if a venue's $8,000 and it doesn't include anything, I don't think that's really worth it. It's not really
Yeah, no.
responsible.
We'd rather have a house.
Yeah, I'd much rather pay
18
for a house.
dogs, roughly.
Well, it has everything we were looking for.
It has a
and
white barn.
I was looking for a white barn.
White barn
that's
is
all
very important.
That was my requirement.
That was a requirement.
So yeah, that's how we picked that. So, when did y'all know each other was the one? I think I always kind of knew. Even before we were dating, I lived in South Carolina. Sorry, we're outside, so there's bugs everywhere.
Yeah.
I lived in South Carolina, and we were just friends. We talked every single day, and he told me how he would like the opportunity to treat like a girl like a princess, and she would be, be treated right and everything. And I always thought to myself, the next girl he dates is going to be the luckiest girl ever. And I didn't know that was going to be me, but I think I kind of knew then that, he's something special. But when did I know he was the one? I don't think there was a specific moment. I think it was just kind of like,
Moments.
yeah,
All the moments.
all the moments.
There were so many moments.
But it was so funny because when he first said I love you, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been dying to tell you this. So when did you know?
Same concept, we would spend we would wake up every day, we'd wake up super early, wake up at like 6 in the morning just to hang out with each other all day and stuff like that during the summer. And, it was just the constant, being together and stuff, because we started out, like she said, she was in South Carolina and I was here in, little old Bel Air, Maryland, so.
We were pretty far away from each other.
Yeah, so it just went from, talking to each other each day to, being with each other every single day. And it's, both were amazing, but, it's just, when you want to spend every second together, you just know.
And I think that we're really lucky because I know some people don't have this ability to do this, but I think there's only been one day that we haven't spoken to each other in the past like three 3.5
Yeah,
years.
3.5 years.
Even before that, because we weren't dating at that point. So probably like almost 4 years. I don't think there's been a single day that we haven't talked to each other.
Yeah, the best part of the day.
In
so,
some
you
way,
know.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, next question. What do you dislike that each other does? I don't think I necessarily dislike anything. I mean, if I had to pick something, it would just be like farting. I wish you didn't do that.
It's a boy thing.
Yeah.
We live in the same
We live in the
room.
same house, so I
It's
guess.
kind of a gift. What do I dislike about?
It's hard, I know.
It really is, you know. Like, it's not one of, like, you can, like, I can sit here and, you know, talk about all the things I love about her, but sitting here trying to, like, nothing just pops in, like, oh, this, you know, she does this.
Yeah, I don't think we necessarily have anything that like just grinds our gears or anything.
Yeah, I don't, you know.
I guess we're pretty easygoing in that way. Nothing irritates me about him.
When we first were dating and everything, she was kind of, you know, up my butt about the whole posting on this and that kind of thing. Never really been a big social media guy, so that was definitely a pain, but
I
she's
just love
eased
posting
up.
pictures.
She posts enough pictures for the both of us. You guys know it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you
I
don't
think
need not that, you know, I want to hide anything. It's just that I, you know,
He hasn't posted anything.
I don't take pictures.
Let's find out.
And just so you know, some of the pictures that she posts, I took, so I'm very artistic as well. It just, she doesn't give me credit.
Okay. So he hasn't posted anything since August, and
Since
now
our engagement.
since our engagement,
So,
yeah.
I'm going for a record here.
I think he only posts like absolutely important things. So
Important things, yeah, like, you know, next one will be our wedding day. The one after that, probably a child or first house.
oh, his dad wrote grandkids ... when. There are no grandkids.
There's no grandkids on the way at
Yeah.
the moment,
No,
so
not at all. Not anytime soon.
I'd like a house before I'd like a child. So
But I think we're both on the same page as far as we want to start having kids as soon as we get married. Not like as soon as,
yeah,
but
we're at that point right
we wanna
now
start
where
our
really,
family.
you know, it's whenever it happens, it happens. We're not really in a rush. We're not really, you know, anything like that. You know, it's not going to be detrimental. We got 2 baby bunnies, and that is enough. They are
They're a
awful.
handful.
They are awful.
pretty bad.
Don't get bunnies ever.
Definitely get bunnies. They're awesome. But I think it's one of those things where we want to have our family started and we want to have our life with them. And I think it's, you always see that quote that says, I'm so excited for that part in our life, and I think that I wouldn't want that to be pushed off in like 5 years or anything. I want to experience that now, and I want to start that part in our life.
I say, just have quadruplets. Just knock it all out at
Yeah,
once.
that's what he wants. He
Yeah.
wants to have all of
Just-
them at once.
Then you get rid of all of it at once, you know, 4 college bills, 4, you know, 4 times the diapers. That's gonna be crazy, but you know, then you just get it all out at once.
I
And they all
think
look the same. You just
that
have
he's
to get
very
like
naive
different
in
bows.
saying that.
You have to get different color hats. It's difficult, but you know,
you don't have to push them out of you.
you can just name. That's a you problem.
That sounds
But-
like the worst thing ever. I mean, I know it's beautiful in birth and everything, but oh my gosh, I'm nervous to have one. Like, I'm so nervous. I'm nervous already, and it's not even like in the near future. So, okay.
Next question.
As a couple, what is something you would like to improve on? Oh my gosh, we're perfect.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I think maybe communication. I am a person that I keep everything inside, and I guess that isn't a reflection on you at all, but like as a couple, I think I just like bottle everything up. So if I could better express my emotions, I think it goes not even just our relationship, for like everything, I would be a better communicator. That would be something I want to improve on. That's probably true, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you just.
I just end up like crying and having a big meltdown, so.
Yeah. I guess like teamwork. Just kind of, you
the approval of it?
Yeah, because, you know, we both have our roles in, you know, cleaning and doing this and that. And sometimes we both, neither of us want to do it. So that just kind of, you know,
Yeah, we could clean more often.
cleaning's not the point of the teamwork, but, you know, it definitely wouldn't hurt. It's just, you know, the concept of having a list and being able to split it in half, not, you know,
He does a lot.
I do a lot.
He does a lot.
I clean the bunny cage and everything. She just gives them food.
He does a lot.
Food
And
is-
I'm so grateful.
She doesn't have to touch bunny poop. She won't even touch bunny poop, and it's literally just like a pebble. She's just difficult. Yeah. That's all.
Mommy, thank you for all you do.
Yep. Yeah.
All right,
I'm a champion forever.
we need to address the whole ring
Is that the last question? Are we
Yeah.
on to the last question?
Everyone said, I'll read a few of them. Actually, no.
Now we'll answer your 45 questions about the ring.
So anyway, I'm just gonna give you kind of an overview. Everyone said like, why do you have a new ring? Why did he propose 2 times? What was wrong with the first ring? Things like that. Nothing was wrong with the first ring. It was a beautiful ring. He proposed to me with that ring in Disney, and he did it as a courtesy to me because I'm very picky, and I think that he knew that if I'm gonna be stuck with, or not stuck with, but like if I'm gonna have a ring forever,
Celebrate.
I need to wear it every single day of my life, it would be something that I would love. So that was kind of a placeholder ring. And then I got to pick the real ring. We were deciding, it took a while because we were deciding between if I was gonna use the diamond from my Nana's ring that she gave me when she passed away, or if we were gonna like get a brand new ring. And I decided that, you know, as meaningful as it would be, I kind of wanted to have my own ring and not ruin hers, or in any way. I don't want to like mess with hers at all. So that's that. And so he proposed to me at the venue that we were picking.
I didn't. I really didn't. It wasn't a second proposal.
No. I guess I used the wrong word.
It was, she really, I didn't want her to really say a lot on social media because I know people start questioning things
Yeah, that's why we
and all that. So I didn't want her to post anything. It wasn't supposed to be a second proposal. I already proposed in Disney.
Yeah.
You can't top it.
No.
You propose again when you're like 25 years down the line or something. I don't know the whole specific.
I think that's like
but-
renewing your vows.
Yes, but so this was kind of one of those things that we don't have debt, we don't have a house, we don't have anything like that, so we don't want to keep putting off getting the right ring for, when we have kids and we have to, budget around things like crazy.
Yeah.
We just got it because it was the right time, it was the right price, and and you saw the video, she was ecstatic,
I was so surprised.
Like this thing could, if you pointed at the sky, an airplane would drop out of the sky.
It's kind of true.
It's very sparkly.
But when he did it, we were looking at the venue with both of our parents, and I'm sure you could watch the video if you haven't already. It's kind of blurry because it was on a cell phone, but none of our videos will be on there anymore. But I was so surprised because we were looking inside the barn, and we were gonna take a picture together because that's where we want to get married, just to see what it would look like, whatever. And then he started trying to take my ring off, and I was like, why is he doing that? That's weird, like, please stop. And then he got down on his knee, and I was like, oh, he's like just cheesing for the camera, like, that's so cute. And then I still didn't realize it until he pulled the ring out of his pocket, and I was like,
Got her. That's where I hit the first string too.
yeah, he always has it in his pocket.
She doesn't think about the pocket. She never does.
I was hugging him all day and I didn't even realize
Didn't
it.
even think about
I'm
it.
so surprised. I was so surprised. I'm still so surprised.
Yeah, it was supposed to. The lady at Jarrett rush ordered it, and it came in like 2 months early.
Yeah, she said it would take 3 months, so I wasn't expecting it at all. I thought it would happen like 3 months down the road. Like, I was content with waiting, even though, that's something I would want right then. But we had to get it sized, and I thought it was going to take about 3 months, so I was very, very surprised.
And I can't take all the credit for the Disney engagement, for this, not engagement, whatever, exchanging of rings, if you however you want to put it. Her mom, me and her are the dream team. She gives me an idea and I execute perfectly. We work together
spent
perfectly.
like 4 hours.
We
planning
spend,
this.
we sat down and I had a stupid plan to like put it inside of a like carry out thing of sushi, and she was like, "That's a dumb idea." I was like, "Okay," just like, what do you think?
He was gonna bring it to me at work, and I think that what he did was top that.
Yeah, it made it a little better. All the people at the venue though were like, "Oh my gosh, she's getting mad." It's like, no, we're already engaged. Calm down. Like, you know, I'm just giving her. It was generally for, you know, theatrics. It wasn't really for anything like.
It was sweet. I loved it.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be like a fun way to give it to her without saying, "Guess what came in today? Here's a ring." Like, she still would have cried. She, you know,
Yeah.
she cries at little things all the time. But you know,
I just cry over it.
yeah, it's. Just keep tissues ready, that's all.
Yeah.
That's what, you know, fiance's supposed to do.
So I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it, guys.
Sorry, you have a spider on your hair.
Oh, well,
Hopefully
enjoy
not
being
all of our
outside.
videos will be outside. We just thought it was a nice day, so why not? So yeah, if you like this video, if you like the idea of us, you know, having a channel and keeping you guys updated with all of our wedding adventures,
Yeah. give it a thumbs
a
up.
thumbs up. And make sure to comment below if you have any like video ideas or anything that we
Yeah,
can
give us
do.
some video ideas. You know, we're open to whatever.
Yeah, we think we'll just kind of like post videos, not randomly, but you know, every so often of
Yeah,
us
we
just
want to show you, you know, our wedding
vlogs.
adventure, our, you know, life, you know, being fiancéed and stuff like that.
And we also want something to look back on. We want to
Yeah.
always be able to relive these moments. And I wish we would have started it sooner because we, like I said, we have so many memories.
Yeah, we
and
could have, like, it would have been perfect if we were at Disney and we started love Disney.
everyone-
You know,
So I think that's it.
yeah.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys.